Hey guys, what's going on? So I promised that I'd start talking about Jason Bond Lightning Alert swing trades. So over the last few weeks I've been doing videos and my article, which you can see here, talking about the different alerts that Jason Bond is putting out in this service. And so the last few videos I've focused on have been on the day trading, so the pre-market stuff, the gap and go at market open as well. So hopefully you guys have had a chance to watch those. If not, go to the description below. There'll be a link to this article where I'm putting all the videos and all the information about what I'm finding out about this service. So there's videos like this one, pre-market trading, where you have to really be in the live chat in order to be able to take advantage of these trades. I've done a few of those. They worked quite well. The gap and go are similar as well. But the heart of the lightning alerts was supposed to be and is starting to pivot towards swing trading, which is a lot more chilled out, or supposed to be at least, for people. And so if you're looking to start swing trading small cap stocks, then you might want to check out the lightning alerts. So yesterday I did the first one for a while. I think I've recorded a couple recently, but I've started this section in the review at least for swing trades. Let me see just what I've done so far. There was a couple of different ones I did recently. So yeah, so I didn't actually do AMAM, so I started this article and this was one that was going on. It worked really well. I think there was like CENN, CENN, but I haven't documented that one. It worked really well under the swing trading category. Is it this one? No, it's a different one. So my plan going forward is to start filling out more of the swing trading aspect to this. So this section in the review, I'm going to start documenting all the swing trades. It's kind of difficult because there are quite a few coming out. Yesterday there was 2 alerts, which I'll show you, and then today there's already been one that I've seen, and there's probably more. So I was going to talk a little bit about the trade I did yesterday and how well it worked. So first of all, yesterday there's emails that came out. So it was basically Jason saying what he was buying. If we go to the Raging Bull dashboard here and look back, what happens is pretty interesting. So around lunchtime every day, a list comes out, the lightning list. It's around lunchtime every day, and he goes through a handful of stocks that he's looking at potentially swing trading that day. So probably for typically like 1 to 3 days seems to be his range. So if you're buying something that day, and so this is kind of like the watch list. It's a lunchtime watch list. And so you can kind of use that as the bare bones, and he'll alert via the app and email when he actually buys one of these. So you can see some of the ones that were on here: SOUN, ATER. And so you can see there's not a lot of information here. It's like very bare bones. The chart plus a few lines of what he's kind of looking at and why. And so the two, well, I really wanted to focus on one because the other one's not finished yet. ATXI was one that came out yesterday afternoon in this watch list, and he said that the last spike in December didn't hold up, but today's move looks better. A pivot at 178 and upper 2s from back in October looks like the range. And so then pretty soon after this, I think like an hour or two after this, we got this alert coming in via email and the app that said, hey, I'm buying ATXY as long as it's above 180. There's a range to 3. It's a swing trade. See the newsletter for details. That thing I just showed you was the newsletter. That was the midday newsletter which comes out for these swing trades. So it was really cool. It was a really quick trade. I actually didn't end up swing trading. I ended up taking it and then selling it the same day. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened and about some of the thought process that Jason had regarding it as well. So let's take a look at the chart for ATXI. Let's go here. Get that in here. And so basically it made this really nice move from the 180, sort of this level, all the way up after hours to 275. So 170-ish to like 275, which was really nice. And so of course I sold the same day for a decent profit. I think I took a screenshot. Let's see here. So yeah, so I got in at 196, so I was a little bit late, and then sold at 264 for a $4,000 profit in the space of a few hours. So I was really happy with that. And it was a good little trade. And so today, I don't think it's holding up as well today. The markets are really pulling down. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's selling off. Same as the market though, right? So if we look at SPY, the market's also selling off in a similar way. So yeah, straight down in the markets today. Great. Another red day. And so I knew just from experience that basically if you get this type of move this quickly, it's worth taking profits. So I'm sitting there wondering, like, why is Jason not taking profits? This is kind of crazy. Like, it was up 30+% within the space of a few hours. And my friend Josh, who was also took this trade, was selling as well. So we all got out for profit, which was great. And then Jason sent out this email, which I thought was interesting. So let's take a look at it. It's entitled Why I Don't Normally Sell When I'm Up Big. And so this was really kind of interesting because Jason's been accused of all sorts of stuff in the past, and I think he's really trying to address those now, even at the detriment of his own trading. And so this came out, and he said, usually I'm only looking for 10 to 20%. Obviously, that last trade that was alerted went up 10 to 20% really quickly. And so he addressed that really fast. This guy is one of the hardest workers I've seen in terms of the service that he provides. Like, he's on live chat like almost all day, all the time. And then as soon as things are happening, even after hours, you're getting updates like this straight away. So he's saying, like, what if you hit 20%, which is what ATXI did. And it was on the watch list, like I showed you. And he sent out the text and everything. And so what he basically said is he's not going to sell. And the reason is kind of a moral reason, which I thought was quite interesting. He could have taken profits there. And so this is kind of the scanner that he uses. It's pretty good. And so day one, I'm up big. I've exceeded my 10 to 20% goal. Why don't I sell? And so he basically wanted to stick with the plan despite the fact he was up 30%. So here we go. So I don't normally sell on day one, even if I hit my goal, because many of my subscribers have accounts less than $25,000. And remember, because these are small cap stocks, they're not options, it takes a while for the cash to settle and things. So people with small accounts do have to swing trade these generally. And so if I teach them that I'm comfortable holding overnight only to jump out an hour later with 10 to 20%, I believe that FOMO might set in. Learning how to trade is hard enough as it is. I don't want to do anything that might trigger unnecessary emotions. So I thought that was pretty interesting because he could have just jumped out after hours and made a decent profit. He did actually close it for a profit this morning, but it was quite a bit smaller profit than he would have got if he'd closed out the same day, even though it was after hours. So I thought that was quite telling, the fact that he doesn't want to, he's trying to teach people not to do these types of things, so don't want to teach FOMO and that. So I thought it was pretty good. And so that was the first trade. It's worked really well. I was pretty excited about it last night. So it did retrace a little bit. I think he sold at the open up here somewhere. So he didn't get the full move by any stretch of the imagination, but it was still a decent trade from down here up to about here, so pretty decent. And so yeah, ATXI worked really well. Let's see where we're at. Let's see, go back here. And so I also bought TMPO. Don't want to talk too much about that because the trade's still ongoing, so I'll do an update video about how that works out. But yeah, so that's the good news. Started to do these swing trades and starting to see them work pretty well. The only thing I'm a little nervous about is the stop losses. So haven't really looked at what Jason's saying today, but the one that we're in at the moment that we didn't sell last night, I'm gonna have to look at the stop loss and see what the deal is with that. See what Jason's updated about that, and go from there. But yeah, so far I've been really excited about the lightning alerts day trading, but now the swing trading is getting going as well. Several swing trade alerts every day, and it's kind of fun. So I'll try and keep this swing trading section updated. I know some of you guys were asking more about that because a lot of people just can't be glued to their screen for 5 hours a day while Jason's live and day trading. But yeah, alright guys, hopefully that update is helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.